Hello, everyone, and welcome to Word on the Street. I'm Serilda McGee, founder and CEO of Workplace Change, a human resources firm located in the Pacific Northwest. And today I'm here to talk to you about the fact that November 3rd is quickly approaching, right? So we focus on workforce dynamics on Word on the Street. And so I want to just be super frank. The November 3rd elections are going to have an impact on your workforce. They're going to feel some kind of way, right? And likely not feel the exact same way. Whatever the feeling is that you're having inside of you is going to be different than the feelings that they're having about the November 3rd election. This is one of the most contentious elections that we've seen in many of our lifetimes. And it's going to make people show up to work and have stress. In addition to the elections, the impending elections, we have COVID, right? And all of the impacts that COVID have had on people's lives. So people can't go out and socialize anymore. People can't see family the way they used to. We're heading to the holidays and folks can't go and spend Thanksgiving or the holiday season with their family and loved ones. Folks are sheltered in place, right? We've got kids at home who need support with schoolwork. And we're not teachers. Many of us are not teachers, right? In addition, we've got civil unrest that's swirling all around us. Just before the race-specific civil unrest occurred, we had Me Too that occurred. Like, our nation has been kind of in this state of introspection and reflection and kind of pushing the envelope for quite some time. It is wearing on folks. People are tired, right? We had fires. We still have fires. California is still on fire right now. Right? Oregon was on fire. Washington was on fire. We were dealing with all of those things while dealing with the civil unrest and COVID and the implications. And then some people's money have been hit in historic ways, right? We've got folks who are still enduring furloughs, who are still laid off, who are picking up contract work, but it doesn't completely pay for all their bills. Folks are stressed, in summary, right? So November 3rd is going to hit. What can we do to support people who are coming into the workplace? What can we do to support one another? I was talking to someone a couple days ago and they said, like, we've got to send out a message to let people of color and, other historically underrepresented and marginalized communities know that we see them and we care for them and we support them. And you should do that. And there are other folks who are dealing with that you might not even be aware of, are going through some challenges as well. Maybe they had deaths in their families due to COVID. Right? Maybe people have lost their jobs. Maybe they are. I've talked to some folks who identify as Christian or Catholic, and they feel like, conservatism has taken on a very dirty connotation, right? And they don't want to be affiliated with that. And they feel like even just making people aware that they consider themselves to be more conservative or more religious makes people believe that they're sexist or homophobic or racist. They're processing these elections as well. So a few things you can do to support your workforce. Number one, think about the volume of meetings that are going to happen on November 3rd. I'm not saying shut down business. Like, people still need to eat, right? People still need to grocery shop. People still need to, provide for their families. These are things that people still need to be able to do. So shutting down is not necessarily the solution. I know Workplace Change will be open on November 3rd, but maybe a few less meetings, right? You can call your EAP and figure out if there are some therapist supports that you can have, earmarked for your particular company so people can get through the line quickly. Therapy has been at record highs. Like, we're breaking records for going to therapy. And we need some therapy. I think most Americans need some therapy at this point. We've been fighting for so long, right? But you can call up the EAP and figure out if you can get 15, 20, opportunities for people to be able to call them and not wait in the queue for too long or not wait for 2 or 3 weeks to get in. You can also think about just giving permission to take the time off or giving permission to end the day early, right? So that you can reduce outbursts in the workplace. The workplace is not the therapy location. I don't believe that you should come in and have these kind of facilitated, unsupported conversations about politics in the workplace, right? Do you appreciate that this person won versus another person won, or how do you feel in the workplace without anybody being there to support you and make sure that the conversation happens in a way where you're not pitting people against one another, or you're not picking sides, or you're not making a person feel like their feelings and their emotions don't matter. You should have a professional there. So if you cannot get a professional there to help foster a sharing session, then I don't recommend, unless you are professionally trained, to do it on your own, right? I just want to remind you of that. And also, it's okay for people to actually take some personal time to be introspective and reflective, or to go and seek some support to process their thoughts. All right. November 3rd is coming, right? It's been contentious. The news, we're inundated with, all the conversation, and most of it is negative, and there's very little, inspiration out there. But that doesn't mean that we can't figure out how to support our workforce in a way that's really thoughtful. So that's the word on the street. We're all in this together, and we're going to make it to the other side of this November 3rd election. No matter who is selected, we are still human beings, and we still have to come together to make this nation, this region, your organization, the best it can possibly be. My name is Serilda McGee, and this was Word on the Street.